Assalamu alaikum. This is Tuli Kamalika Das welcoming you all to news at 5 p.m. on BTV and BTV World. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has called upon the people to cast their votes for her party in the next general election, saying Awami League will turn Bangladesh into a developed and prosperous country. The Prime Minister made the call while addressing a public rally arranged by Cox's Bazar District Awami League at the Sheikh Kamal International Cricket Stadium in Cox's Bazar today. It was the Prime Minister's third physical participation in any public rally outside Dhaka in over 2.5 years after the outbreak of corona pandemic. Tens of thousands of people, including leaders and followers of Awami League and its associates, bodies from Cox's Bazar and its adjacent districts and upajilas gathered in the rally bearing banners, posters, placards, wearing headbands and chanting Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu slogans. Sheikh Hasina expressed gratitude to the people of Cox's Bazar for giving their mandates in favor of Awami League in the last elections and said her government has advanced the country a lot in the last 14 years. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said her government is working to ensure a safe and secure environment at the sea to safeguard maritime resources and marine trade for economic prosperity. The Prime Minister said this while formally inaugurating the International Fleet Review IFR 2022 being held at Inani in Cox's Bazar, organized by Bangladesh Navy with the title Friendship Beyond the Horizon. The 4-day IFR had begun with participation of navies and maritime organizations from 28 countries. The IFR is being held marking the birth centenary of Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the Golden Jubilee of the country's independence. The Prime Minister said her government has been working to enhance the capability of Bangladesh Navy, turning it into modern with quality development programs over times to protect marine resources of the country. Sheikh Hasina reiterated her call to the global community to stop Russia-Ukraine war, sensing its brutality.
আমরা বিশ্বাস করি সংঘাত নয় সমঝোতা ও আলাপ আলোচনার মাধ্যমে যে কোনো সমস্যার সমাধান করা সম্ভব। বাংলাদেশের সশস্ত্র বাহিনীকে শক্তিশালী করা হচ্ছে যুদ্ধ করার জন্য নয়। আমাদের লক্ষ্য শান্তি এবং সৌহার্দ্য স্থাপন করা, বাংলাদেশের স্বাধীনতা সার্বভৌমত্ব রক্ষা করা। যে কোনো যুদ্ধ যে মানব জাতির জন্য কি ভয়াবহ পরিস্থিতি সৃষ্টি করতে পারে 1971 সালে আমাদের মহান স্বাধীনতা যুদ্ধের সময় আমরা তা নিজেরা দেখেছি। আর বর্তমানে যখন রাশিয়া এবং ইউক্রেন যুদ্ধ চলমান রয়েছে, সেই যুদ্ধের ভয়াবহতা বিভৎসতা সেটা এখনই আপনারা দেখতে পারেন, পর্যবেক্ষণ করতে পারেন, অনুভব করতে পারেন। আমরা যুদ্ধ চাই না, শান্তি চাই। আমি আন্তর্জাতিক মহলেও সকলের কাছে এই আহ্বানই জানিয়েছি, এই যুদ্ধ বন্ধ করতে হবে। কোনো সমস্যা থাকলে শান্তিপূর্ণ সমাধান করতে হবে।
Chief of Naval Staff Admiral M. Shaheen Iqbal delivered the welcome speech on the occasion. The Premier also witnessed a spectacular parade by Bangladesh Navy and foreign ships' crew free-fall jump from space by SEAL Commando and operational demonstration before reviewing the fleet. She inaugurated a jetty of Bangladesh Navy as well. Friends to all, malice to none. This historic quotation of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, which is the foundation of Bangladesh's foreign policy, has been included in a resolution accepted in the United Nations General Assembly. The quotation of Bangabandhu has been incorporated in the 14th paragraph of the resolution titled International Year of Dialogue as a Guarantee of Peace 2023. In a statement, Bangladesh Permanent Mission to the United Nations said the resolution was passed unanimously. Turkmenistan tabled the resolution against the backdrop of post-COVID situations as well as Russia-Ukraine war. According to the statement, the paragraph was included in the resolution following Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's speech to the United Nations General Assembly on 25th September in 1974 over establishing global as many as 70 countries, including Bangladesh, and all nations in South Asia co-sponsored the resolution. The month-long 19th Asian Art Biennale Bangladesh 2022 begins at the National Art Gallery of Bangladesh Shilpakala Academy tomorrow. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will virtually inaugurate the exhibition as the chief guest. The exhibition will feature 649 artworks by 493 artists from 114 countries, including Bangladesh, India, Australia, the United States, and the United Kingdom. Among them, 1,049 are Bangladeshi artists and 316 are foreign artists. The exhibition is open to all artists from across the globe. Cultural Affairs Ministry Secretary Muhammad Abul Mansur, President of the Jury Board of the exhibition, noted artist Rafiqun Nabi and Jury Board member Zaroslav Shuchan will be the special guests. The event will feature two-dimensional and three-dimensional artworks such as paintings, prints, photographs, sculptures, installations, new media arts, and performance arts. Bangladesh Shilpakala Academy has been organizing the exhibition for 4 decades, starting from 1981. The exhibition will continue till December 7. Information and Broadcasting Secretary Muhammad Humayun Kabir Khandekar has directed the officials of Bangladesh Television to be inspired with patriotism and discharge their duties for the welfare of people of the country. He said this at a view exchange meeting while visiting Bangladesh Television at Rampura in the capital today. Director General of Bangladesh Television Muhammad Sohrab Hussain presided over the meeting. Deputy Director General Program Dr. Tasmina Ahmed, Deputy Director General News Anup Kastagir, and Chief Engineer Munir Ahmed, among others, were present. BTV's Director Admin Afsana Bilkis made a data presentation on Bangladesh Television. Speaking on the occasion, the Information and Broadcasting Secretary gave directive on different issues. He called upon all to discharge their duties with honesty and sincerity. Later, Information and Broadcasting Secretary Muhammad Humayun Kabir Khandekar visited Museum Mujib Corner and the Dhaka Center of Bangladesh Television. Chinese President Xi Jinping will start a 3-day visit to Saudi Arabia today, meeting the king and de facto ruler of the world's biggest oil exporter. This will be Chinese leader's third trip abroad since the coronavirus pandemic began and his first to Saudi Arabia since 2016. The visit followed an invitation from Saudi Arabia's King Salman to bolster historic ties and strategic partnership between the two countries. Initial agreement worth $29.26 billion USD will be signed during the bilateral summit. China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed the visit in a brief statement, saying she would make a state visit to Saudi Arabia and attend the first China-Arab State Summit and the China-GCC Summit in Riyadh. The visit comes as China looks to deepen its relationships with countries in the Middle East amid growing strains in its ties with the United States and other Western nations. 25 people have been arrested in raids across Germany in suspicion of plotting to overthrow overthrow the government. German reports say the group of far-right and ex-military figures planned to storm the parliament building, the Reichstag, and seize power. A minor aristocrat described as Prince Heinrich a minor aristocrat described as Prince Heinrich the 13th is alleged to have been central to their plans. According to federal prosecutors, he is one of 2 alleged ringleaders among those arrested across 11 German states. The plotters are said to include members of the extremist Reichsbürger Citizens of the Reich movement, which has long been in the sights of German police over violent attacks and racist conspiracy theories. They also refuse to recognize the modern German state. An estimated 50 men and women are alleged to have been part of the group said to have plotted to overthrow the republic and replace it with a new state modeled on the Germany of 1871, an empire called the Second Reich. Democratic U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock has defeated Republican challenger Herschel Walker in a Georgia runoff election, ensuring his party an outright majority in the Senate for the rest of President Joe Biden's term. With Warnock's victory, Democrats will have a 51-49 Senate majority, gaining a seat from the current 50-50 split following John Fetterman's victory in Pennsylvania. There will be a divided government, however, with Republicans having narrowly flipped control of the House of Representatives. In last month's midterms, Warnock led Walker by 37,000 ballots out of almost 4 million votes cast, but fell short of the 50% threshold needed to avoid a runoff. The senator appeared to be headed for a wider final margin in Tuesday's runoff. China has announced a nationwide loosening of COVID-19 curbs following a wave of unprecedented protests against the measures. In a statement today, the National Health Commission, NHC, said most people with COVID will now be able to quarantine at home rather than in state facilities in major easing of its zero-COVID policy. Those with mild or no symptoms can now stay at home and self-report results. Health authorities also announced several other new rules easing restrictions nationwide. Restrictions like lockdowns should be applied to more precisely identified areas, for example, certain buildings, units and floors, as opposed to whole neighborhood or city-wide lockdowns. Identified high-risk areas should come out of lockdown in 5 days if no new cases are found, and schools should remain open if there is no wider campus outbreak. The reforms come just a week after civil protests against pandemic controls erupted across the nation. India are now batting against Bangladesh to chase the victory target of 272 runs in the second ODI of the 3-match series in Mirpur. India scored 24 runs for 2 wickets in 6 overs when reports last came in. Earlier, Bangladesh batted first and scored 271 runs for 7 in their stipulated 50 overs. Mehdi Hasan Miraj scored unbeaten 100 runs. It is Mehdi Hasan's first ODI century in his career. Mahmudullah Riyad scored 77 runs for Bangladesh. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We request you to watch our next news bulletin. Keep your homestead clean and stay safe from dengue. Khuda Hafiz.